My name is Neill and I go by the Prove It guy. The reason I go by the Prove It guy is because everything I demonstrate today, everything I teach you about and show you, I can prove to you that you can all learn it as well. So if the goal is to touch my ear, and I stand like this, you touch my ear. Right, and again, and now do the goal without movement, touch my ear again. Right, so the goal is easy. So now what I would like you to do is close your eyes and keep them closed. I promise we'll not do anything stupid. So his goal is to touch my ear. So I haven't done anything different. I'm in the same place. You're in the same place. I'm going to trust you not to poke me in the eye here. Touch my ear. And then open your eyes. Good. That was so close. I kind of feel like you were focusing on my eyes rather than my ear. So what was different there about that goal than the goal we had a minute ago? Yeah, so what most people do is they set a goal and they have no idea where they are. No idea where you are, and you just think, I want to become this. So whenever I was younger, I wanted to become Jackie Chan. That was my goal in life. Everyone know who Jackie Chan is? Kung Fu Jackie Chan. I wanted to be Jackie Chan, the Irish version obviously. And I had no idea how to do that. So I had to find a starting point. So whenever you set a goal, you have to know where you are first of all. So you know where you are. And then the second point is you have to know where your goal is. So if you put your hand on my chest, this one. Right, so now you know where I am, now you know where you are. And then close your eyes again. And because you understand how your arm works, you understand the human anatomy, you're touching my chest, you should be able to work out where my ear is. Roughly. Roughly. So touch my ear. Perfect. Right, good. I don't know, like, you can obviously. But you see the point in that exercise? A lot of people, again, set a goal. They don't know where they are, so they don't know how to get to where they want to be. So an example that I use a lot is that if I was to take any one of you, blindfold you and fire you into my car and drive around for about 3 hours, then let you out in the middle of a field, you had no phone or no way of knowing where you were, there was no signposts, and then I told you to get to Belfast. Do any of you think you could get to Belfast? You wouldn't know where you were. So again, but then if you ask one simple question, where am I and what direction am I going? Technically 2 questions, but that's all one. Your goal is going to be to take a card. Don't let anyone see it, especially not me. Don't even look at it yourself. So whatever one you like, it doesn't matter. You shuffle them. It's not important. Hello. Hello. Have a look at it, and don't want anyone else to see it. Just throw it back. Are you going to remember it? That is vital. Actually, this is still. I'm going to leave it on top so we can. This is still it, isn't it? So we're going to leave it on top so that no one can, like, if this was your card, you would just focus on this isn't your card, but this is what I want you to do. Your goal is to register whether she lies or tells the truth. So do you think you could do that in general? If she was to think of her card, do you think you could tell if she was lying or telling the truth? Do you think I could tell if she was lying or telling the truth? No, probably not straight off. I've practiced a lot. Sorry. So what we need to do whenever we find out if people are lying is we need to find out when they're telling the truth. And most people will forget to lie or they'll go off guard when you ask their name. There's a good chance that is actually your name. So now I know what you look like when you tell the truth, which means I know what she'll look like whenever she doesn't. Nobody else was paying attention because no one cared about the name because you've been annoying. So when I did that, everyone switched off. So I'm going to ask you a question, right? If your card is red or if your card is black. Meaning, do you understand the questions yet? I want you to stand slightly angled so they can see you. You can say yes or no. You can lie. It's up to you. They're going to judge you on lying, to be fair, but it's up to you if you want to lie or not. So I'm going to ask you a simple question. I want you to tell me whether or not she was lying or telling the truth. So is your card a red card?
Yeah.
So was she lying or telling the truth?
Lying.
She sort of tricked you a wee bit because it was almost like you forgot for a second. Yes. So it is red. Now you don't know what to do because you don't know if it's question. I'm like, no. So I'm going to say you were telling the truth. It is red. You sort of forgot for a second and then threw it in. And there's a red card. Good. So we have hearts and diamonds. So rather than straight out ask you a question about heart or diamonds, we're going to imagine this is hearts and this is diamonds. Right? So have a good look there. Hearts, diamonds. What's your favorite color? Doesn't matter. You're so focused on the other one, right? That you're going, colour, what's the colour? Did anyone see what happened whenever I just randomly threw a question in that made no sense? Yep, and because she was confused, her body. Did you plan to lay on the next question? You hadn't thought that far ahead yet. Hello.
Hello.
Normally, what people do is we go to safety whenever we're afraid. So you went to safety, so you went to diamond, so your card is obviously a diamond as well. Okay. Good. You missed the meaning of life, but this is how we discover the meaning of life, so you're halfway there. So now we know that it's a diamond as well. So I want you to count, say ace right through to king. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, out loud. You're going to tell me what card you think it is from the way her voice changes or doesn't change depending on how she speaks. So say it loudly enough for everyone to hear you.
Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, king, no, queen, king.
Right. Anyone any guess what card it would be?
And 9, 2, or 7, 4, 4, 5,
4.
4.
And she was so confident at the numbers though. 2, 3, 4,
Was it
the whole
pause?
body moved, and then it
Was
went.
the emphasis on the F for 4?
I reckon there's a pause between 4 and 5.
I was still confident. You were still confident. It was what was throwing you was the end, and then you messed up the end, but you got one spot on correct. You were like Jack, King, whatever. I don't really care. So I'm going Jack of Diamonds.
Yep.
So it should be the card at the bottom. Thanks. You can have a seat. I wasn't great at school at all. Even in P1 and P2, I used to run away from school. So it wasn't like I just got older and became a wee brat. Like it just wasn't for me. P1 and P2, my P1 teacher used to have to take me into her classroom when she did courses and stuff, and she would like sit me in a wee fort in the corner, make sure she would hear me trying to get out of the fort, and then bring me back to the fort. So that's how they kept me in school in primary school. Whenever I was in primary school, my dad used to take me and set me on a chair, and then he would go and talk to my teacher, and I'd be way out the door. I'd be home before he could. I wrote my own book that for the astute people will see it's called Limitation Is A Mirage, but because I'm a genius, it says my name. Take that, school. I firmly believe you can do anything at all if you get used to failure. Like one of the things that stops you from doing most things is the fact that they might fail. Have you ever, like, you don't have to tell me what it is, but have you ever stopped yourself from trying anything because you might not succeed at doing it? And then what happened anyway? Yeah, failed anyway, so it didn't matter. Pay attention to the body language as I talk. So just squeeze out as hard as you can there. A wee bit hard. Good. And you see what happened there? Again, you don't know what the test is, so it's hard to know what's going on. Everyone thinks they're trying as hard as they can all the time. So if we reenact that, I said, squeeze this as hard as you can, so then you squeeze. And then I said, do it a wee bit harder, and then your whole body reacts and relax. So I go, you can have a seat again for me, thank you very much. So I say, do something with the best of your ability, with the most effort you can possibly do, and then you go, yes, no problem. And then I go, and I say it as if it's kind of past remarkable, so you don't really pay attention to what I'm saying. I don't say, no, you can do more than that. Keep going and like real folk, and then you go, oh yeah. I go a wee bit harder, and then your body goes. And then we did the Irish thing after you said to me, I'm not very strong. Whereas she'd have been like, take that, and I walked on, hopefully not broke. My point is that whenever we feel like we're giving it our all, there's always more. There's always something you can pull out of yourself or out of people by just trying without making, like, if I had said to you, no, I really want you, it would have been too much pressure. You would have started like, but I'm not strong, and then nothing would have happened. But when I say it, as if in my head you were definitely stronger, that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking you could definitely do this. So when I say it to you, it comes across with should be no real effort for you to make that extra bit of effort. Look at that inside my jacket, because superheroes on. I love that.
Oh no. What? Not humanly possible. What?
That was quite robotic. Not humanly possible. You just can relax there. We're so afraid of missing something, and we're so afraid that we might make a mistake that we over pay attention to the point of just missing the obvious. And we're standing in a line in Asda, and you're all standing like this, bored out of your mind, waiting for the line to go. And I'm standing beside you like this. How, like, what would you think when I'm doing this?
Weirdo.
Exactly. Think what a weirdo when your body would go, not with him. And you'd be tempted it's because I might kick you. I move a lot. I do a lot of mobility work, and like when I brush my teeth on one leg at each side. I don't do this because I have an electric one, but you know what I mean. So I practice the whole time. I'm switching my body on from the start. I don't. Most people get up out of bed, they waddle a bit out, and then they brush their teeth, and then they go and they have like. I'm not ready to have a coffee. Whereas I get up, do a wee bit of stretching, I wake my whole body up, and then I go and when I brush my teeth, I do some balance and put one hand out like this, and then make a fist as if you're holding the handle of a bucket. So this is going to be a bucket of sand. Then the other hand out like this, and keep it open, and you're going to imagine helium balloons attached to it. So bucket of sand, helium balloons. Then allow your eyes to close and just listen to what I say and try to, as best you can, engage your imagination. So imagine the wee helium balloons starting to get more and more, like the wee house from Up. Helium balloons start to float. But as that happens, imagine I'm pouring sand into the bucket. So the bucket starts to become heavier and the helium balloons start to float up. Start to imagine like 50, 60 more balloons, 100 more grams of sand. And notice that it's getting heavier in one hand and lighter in the other. And just imagine as much as you possibly can with that, and then just open your eyes and look at where your hands are. And then relax and have a seat. Right, so you're going to do this, and in a moment, just don't do it yet. I'm going to get you to imagine a magnet here and here. You're going to do this. You're going to close your eyes, the magnet's going to pull your hands together. When they pull your hands together, I will give you other information. So hands up about shoulder height. So up like this, nice and straight, and then magnet here and a magnet here. Look between them. And then allow your eyes to close. And imagine the magnet starting to pull your hands together. It's going to be weird. Just imagine doing that. When your hands touch, it'll either be your palms or your fingertips. I want you to take a deep breath in.
After that,
Just once they touch. And then take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, just allow these to drop down, 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 down. And notice how you relax you're going to do that. And then allow your eyes to open. Right. So that is a quick demonstration. But to them, if you were explaining how that felt, how did that feel?
no.
That's
I
weird.
don't know, it's so strange.
So it's weird how our body works and how our mind works with it. This is the Ace of Hearts, right? You're just going to hold it. This isn't just. So I want you to hold out like a pinch.
Okay.
Right? So you just actually do this one so they can see it better. Drop it, or that one. I want you to hold it out. Like that, and I want you to pinch it towards you like this.
Okay.
And I want you to stare at that spot. And as you stare at that spot, I want you to say repeatedly, do not drop it. So I want you to do that. Now in your head, just do not drop, do not drop, do not drop. And really focus on that and imagine that traveling up and do not drop, and you just keep saying that over and over again, do not drop. Whenever you feel your fingers are stuck, try to open them and drop the card and notice that you can. Weird, isn't it?
It's so strange.
And then we do this, like they will. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You want to see? Everyone do this for me? So,
Can I do that?
you're still not doing it?
Oh, no.
One finger, remember the wee song, one finger, one thumb. So you're doing this, and then I want you to look at it and switch it. And then look and switch. So I like to teach everybody this. This is the technique I will teach for anxiety. Stress, emotional control. If you're stressing, this is something that you want to do. To go over it really. Most people end up doing this and then looking at themselves and going, something's not right. And getting confused. So again, we're not very aware of our body in general, which takes me back to the very first point, which was if you're making a goal, you need to know where you are to get to where you want to be. This connects the left and right side of your brain. So if you have an exam or anything that's stressing you, normally the left side's working overdrive, the right side is not. These are full of nerve endings, which is worked by your motor cortex. If you engage the motor cortex, it will make the left and right side of the brain connect up and work faster and better and in unison rhythm. So when you can do this, it slows all of that down and helps you clear anxiety, stress, or emotional, just gives you emotional control. So this is something I would advise everyone to practice. The better you get at it, the easier it'll work. I don't apologise because it was awesome. I mean, I don't know what you use, but I really enjoyed it.